Today's America with your host, Don Zolakowski. All right, welcome to Today's America. It is September 20th, 2015. Glad to have you here. It was a rough day for me today. My Lions, I'm a big Lions fan. They got destroyed today. I just would like them to be competitive. Can someone please make these guys competitive? Anyway, we haven't been on here for a while, so we've got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about a couple different things. Some of it's Bernie, some of it's Hillary, Trump, Fiorina. Quite a few things. So let's get started here. I want to talk to you about a couple things that were said by Fiorina, and let's see if I can pull it up here. This is one thing that she said. As you may or may not know, the CNN debate was just a couple days ago. I'm sorry. Let me set this up again. The CNN Republican debate was just a few days ago. There hasn't been a Democratic debate yet because Debbie Wasserman Schultz won't allow it right now because she wants Hillary to win. But so that's another subject for another podcast. But at the debate, Planned Parenthood came up. And Carly Fiorina, who is, I believe, now leading in some of the polls for the Republicans, this is what she said. And I quote, one of the Planned Parenthood videos shows a fully formed fetus on the table, its heart beating, its legs kicking, while someone says, "We have to keep it alive to harvest its brain," end quote. So since then, there's been every journalist in the world has looked for this video, can't find the motherfucker. And of course she goes on morning talk shows this Sunday and says, well, it's out there, I saw it, and it's up to you to prove that I didn't see it. It's out there for you to prove that it's up to you to prove that it doesn't exist. I don't even know what to say. It's one of the dumbest motherfucking things I've ever heard in my life. It's unbelievably dumb. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And she's leading in the polls. How is that possible? How is that possible? Are these people just allowed to say anything they want? It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if there's any facts behind it. Are they allowed to say whatever they want? And the Republican voters who get polled say, yep, that's the person I want to vote for? This is the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard of in my life. Politics has hit a new low when these people are allowed to just say, whatever. I mean, we're walking on the sky and the ground is above us. I just don't. I don't understand it. I don't understand why we're allowed to, or why we're subjected to people like this that do this. They blatantly lie, and I just don't understand it. So enough with the nonsense with the Fiorina here and what she said. Let's look at some of the results. Recently, a few days ago, a woman by the name of Ariana Packard, who's actually the granddaughter of the co-founder David Packard for Hewlett-Packard, wrote a letter to 3 different Republican senators who have recently endorsed Carly Fiorina for president. And I'll tell you a little bit about what she said. Now, I'm quoting this from an article on Politico. written by Andy Barr, and I'm going to go ahead and include the link down in the description of this podcast, and the information for this podcast, so you can click on it and read it for yourself. But let me just read you a little bit a snippet out of this article of some of the stuff that she said. Now, this is Ariana Packard. She's the granddaughter of the founder of Hewlett Packard, and of course, you know that Carly Fiorina was the CEO of Hewlett Packard for a short time before she was fired. She was fired. She took a huge severance package, a golden parachute of like $21 million or something like that. But let me read this to you, okay? I know a little bit about Carly. Now, this is Ariana Packard. I know a little bit about Carly Fiorina, having watched her almost destroy the company my grandfather founded. So allow me to disillusion you of a few of your stated reasons for supporting her. Most business commentators consider Fiorina's tenure at Hewlett Packard to be a disaster. The stock price dropped by 50%, only to rally 10% on the announcement of her firing. While she was there, she fired 28,000 people before she herself was fired, departing with a $21 million golden parachute that is financing her campaign right now. Okay, so why would we want someone like this running the country? I mean, she destroyed this tech company. She fired almost 30,000 people. 30,000 people lost their jobs while she was the CEO there. The shareholders got fucked royally. They lost 50%. 50%. Imagine if you're a shareholder. Imagine your 401k that may be worth $700,000 right now. If you lost 50% because some fucking idiot like this run this company into the ground. Okay, imagine that. Now we're talking about your dollars now. Okay, imagine that. 50%. And of course, a spokesman for Fiorina comes out and says, "It is unfortunate that Miss Packard very clearly has been given a long list of false information and baseless attacks by Carly's opponents." No, I think she was given that long list of information from her dad or her grandfather that co-founded that company. Who better to know what happened than someone that is directly tied to that company? This is Ariana Packard of Hewlett Packard. I don't think this is a hard one to figure out. And it's no secret that Fiorina drove that company to the ground. She herself admitted on Morning Joe one morning to Mika Brzezinski that she got fired. Yes, I got fired. Why'd she get fired if she was so great? I got news for you. You can't fire a president. Okay? So, for those of you out there who are thinking that this may be the woman that needs to be elected president rather than Hillary, or that you're stuck on a woman being elected president, this is not the one we want. Okay? This is not the one we want. This woman is clearly a piece of shit that drove this company into the ground, caused 30,000 people to become unemployed, caused a 50% drop in shareholder stock, which may have ruined some of them. Who knows? But we want to trust her with delicate negotiations with foreign leaders, peace negotiations. We want to trust her with the military. Bullshit. Okay? So, she can suck it as far as I'm concerned. She definitely does not have my vote, and I hope that she doesn't have yours either. All right, enough about a woman who'll never be president. So let's talk about Bernie Sanders here for a minute. He's my guy. and I hope he's your guy too. But let's talk a little bit about what's going on right now. Okay, there's been some news about the endorsements for both the two front runners in the Democratic primary race right now, Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. Uh, According to all the media outlets, they're going to tell you all about how Hillary's getting all these endorsements from congressmen, governors, all these political people right now. Even, unfortunately, Bernie's home state of Vermont, the governor of Vermont, his name escapes me right now, but he actually gave an endorsement to Hillary Clinton, said that he thinks that she is the most qualified and most capable person to become president of the United States. Okay, so in the meantime, all these people are coming out for Bernie with endorsements also. Not one congressman, not one senator, not one governor, okay? And I'll tell you why here in a minute. But right now, real people are coming out for Bernie, okay? Now, those are real people too, but they have an agenda. These people do not have an agenda, okay? And they're coming out for Bernie. Now, let me run down this list a little bit. Now, I'm getting this list off of BernieSanders.com, and I'll go ahead and post that as well on the information down so you can check this link for yourself. But just a few things here, okay? This guy's a physician, Patch Adams. I don't know if you remember, but this is a real guy. Robin Williams, may rest in peace, but Robin Williams made a movie called Patch Adams about this physician, and he's a real guy, so he came out for Bernie just recently. Jackson Brown, musician. Tommy Castro, musician. Margaret Cho, she's a comedian. Okay, Belinda Carlisle, maybe you remember her with the Go-Go's. Okay, she's a musician. David Crosby, musician. Marshall Crenshaw, musician. Danny DeVito. Okay, you remember Danny DeVito from Taxi? All right. Now, another thing about Danny DeVito, he's also maxed out a contribution already to Martin O'Malley's campaign. And why he switched to and endorsing Bernie Sanders right now, the only thing that I can say is probably because Bernie Sanders is the most qualified. Okay? He saw the light, whatever. Here's a big one. Will Ferrell. Yes, the Will Ferrell. From Saturday Night Live, from Step Brothers, from, all these movies. Will Ferrell has come out and endorsed Bernie Sanders. Flea, from a musician from Red Hot Chili Peppers. Billy Gould, musician from the band Faith No More. Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, the whole band. Josh Klinghoffer from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, Juliette Lewis, actress. She's been in lots of big-time movies. Okay, so these are real people. Now, Bonnie Raitt, there's another one. Mark Ruffalo. All right, Susan Sarandon. I mean, these guys are real people, and a lot of these you see in some of these commercials. When they're promoting a cause or some type of campaign to fight cancer or whatever. These guys, you see them out there, they're activists, they do a lot of stuff like that, but they're getting behind Bernie, okay? All right, they're getting behind Bernie. Sarah Silverman, comedian, okay? So these people, Will Wheaton, George Wendt, remember Norm from the sitcom Cheers? All right, George Wendt. All right, so these guys are getting behind Bernie. All right, this is an important thing because these people are real people. They're you and I, even though they're on TV or they're musicians or whatever. They're people like you and I. All right, the laws affect these people. unlike the people in Congress, where they can write laws so that they're not affected by things. Okay? So think about this. Think about it. Bernie has come out. One of his main objectives is to get money out of politics. Okay? That's one of his main objectives. Who would want money in politics? All right? Think about this. It's not a hard one. Who would want money in politics? Okay, there's a couple different, but one main segment of people is congressmen and women, people that are in the House of Representatives, people that are senators, people that are governors, that take all this money in campaign contributions so that they can get reelected year after fucking year. Okay, these are the people that want money in politics. Now, let's go back a little bit. Who's endorsing Hillary Clinton? That's right. All of these people that want money to remain in politics. Has Hillary come out and said we need to get money out of politics? In a roundabout way, but it's bullshit because she hasn't come out firmly and said, yes, we need to get this shit out of politics. Okay? Whatever she's saying right now, it's just, whatever it is, it's just to try and keep up with Bernie so that she doesn't get completely slaughtered in New Hampshire and Iowa this early, even though she's down by 20 points in one and 10 in the other. Okay? She's saying what she thinks people want to hear because they're responding to what Bernie's saying, and she's trying to say the same things to keep up with him. But in the end, look who's endorsing her. Do you think they would be endorsing anybody that wants money out of politics? No, they would not. Okay, so let's look at something else here. Let's look at, let me see here. Where's it at? Let's look at some of the top contributors. Now, you can find this information right on opensecrets.org. Okay, you just go there, look up Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders, look at who their donors are. Okay, now these are career donors. Okay, these go back like to 1989 or something like that. But just think about who these people are. Okay, I'm going to run down the list of Hillary here real quick. Citigroup, a bank. Goldman Sachs, a bank. J.P. Morgan Chase, a bank. Morgan Stanley, Time Warner, Lehman Brothers, Cablevision Systems, University of California, 21st Century Fox, National Amusements, Ernst & Young, Merrill Lynch. Okay, these are who's putting money behind Hillary Clinton. Okay, let's look at the top contributors for Senator Bernie Sanders. Machinists and Aerospace Workers Union, the Teamsters Union, the United Auto Workers, the National Education Association, the Communication Workers of America, United Food and Commercial Workers Union, the Laborers Union, the Carpenters and Joiners Union, American Assembly for Justice, National Association of Letter Carriers, the IBEW, which is the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, the United Transportation Union, Sheet Metal Workers Union, Operating Engineers Union, the United Steel Workers, Service and Employees International Union, the American Postal Workers Union, the American Federation of Teachers. Okay, do you notice the fucking difference here? On one side, you got all these big money interests. On the other side, you've got money interests from these unions. But who are these unions representing? That's right, you and I. If you're fortunate enough to be in a union, I'm actually a member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. Okay, I'm an IBEW member. But what that means is these unions typically employ people in the middle class. That is who's endorsing Bernie Sanders. The people that are endorsing Hillary Clinton are the 1%. Okay? They're not the 99% of us. They're the 1%. The rich, the powerful, the wealthy. The people who want to stay wealthy. The people who have created their wealth on the backs of us. The people who don't pay their fair share in taxes. The people who take advantage of loopholes that allow them to hide their money in the Cayman Islands. The companies that don't pay federal income taxes. Okay, these are the people who are endorsing Hillary Clinton. The people who are endorsing Bernie Sanders, mostly unions. The people or the organizations that are representing the working class people of the United States. All right. It doesn't take a genius here to figure out why these two are being endorsed by these different groups. Doesn't take a genius. All right. But what it does take is it takes a voter. It takes an educated voter to go into the voting booth, understand what you're doing, understand what's in front of you and what's at stake, and casting your vote accordingly. Okay, so that's why I try and bring you this information. That's why I try and push some of this along to you so that you understand. I mean, I make mistakes from time to time, but I do try and make sure that everything that I present to you is factual. It's not just opinion, it's factual. And again, I'm reading from some of these different articles. I'm looking at things that are presenting the facts, and I try and pass that along to you. So I hope you appreciate it, and I hope that you guys are learning some things about these different candidates and understanding what they're doing. Okay. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you go because we've taken up a little too much of your time tonight. So I am going to put out another podcast here in the next day or two. I hope you join me. I really appreciate you listening to me. This is Today's America. We will soon be on iTunes and the App Store under the podcasts. And hopefully we'll be on iHeartRadio real soon as well. And you can always find me on YouTube. I'll leave the links for the YouTube podcasts right in the description, as well as some of these articles. And again, I really appreciate it. I'm going to send you out with a song from a band that, I don't know, more the title describes Carly Fiorina rather than anything. So I guess if you want to block out some of the lyrics, because there are a few bad words in this song, but I think the title correctly describes Carly Fiorina. So, hey, once again, I appreciate it. Thanks for joining Today's America, and peace out.
Down, you got a lovely face. We're going to your place, and now you got to freak me out. Scream so loud, getting fucking laid. You want me to stay, but I got to make my way. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it. When I dream, I'm doing you all night. Scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it. When I dream, I'm doing you all night. Scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Take it all, the paper is your game. You jump in bed with fame. Another one not paid in full. You're so fine, it won't be a loss. Cashing in the rocks just to get you face to face. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it. When I dream, I'm doing you all night. Scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Hey, you're crazy crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep it right on. Get the video, fuck you so good. Get the video, fuck you so good. Crazy bitch, crazy bitch, crazy bitch. Hey, yo, crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, sketches all down my back to keep me right on. Hey, yo, crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, sketches all down my back. Come on, baby girl, you want it all. To be a star, you have to go down. Take it off, no need to talk. You're crazy, but I like the way you fuck me. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep me right on. You keep me right on. You're crazy